I guess I'm just confused why I can't, you know, I made the fire, so it's like, I'd like to stay close to the, what the, I want to go that way if it's acceptable. Oh my god, I'm getting seasick from watching my, what, how to, stay by the fucking fire! Not loving that ominous music. This is The Long Dark. It's a first-person survival game that takes place in the frigid Canadian wilderness. The developers call it a survival simulation that accounts for body temperature, caloric intake, hunger and thirst, fatigue, wind chill, wildlife, and a host of other environmental factors. I call it a beautiful hell. This game is fucking hard! Okay, I'm going to start formatting these reviews into sections so that you can skip ahead or stay right here if you feel the need. I just want to provide a perspective for those of you thinking about purchasing the game or spending your time playing it. The sections that I'll be attempting to touch on are the gameplay mechanics and systems, the narrative and storytelling, if applicable, the visuals and aesthetics, the sound and music, the technical performance, the innovation and originality, and the replayability and longevity. So, let's get into the gameplay mechanics and systems. The controls feel pretty good, although the walking sometimes is a bit clunky. I felt myself wanting to jump a lot, which you cannot do. I can't say enough about the mechanics themselves, though. I've played a lot of games like this one, and it has to be up there on the difficulty scale. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it does a fantastic job of forcing you to remember your mistakes. When you use your last bits of wood to build something only to get it swept away by the wind, it feels bad. But bad like a dog who in the house. You don't do it again. It has an extremely unique way of helping you correct these mistakes in a way that feels progressive and like you're actually gaining some sort of skill, which maybe you are. Narrative and storytelling. Although this footage is from the survival aspect of the game, I opted not to spoil the story because I did play it and it was fantastic and I would definitely recommend it. It's on par with games like Firewatch as far as I'm concerned, and I really enjoyed the story there. The characters are relatable and they evolve throughout your experience. The world is immersive and complex. It feels cohesive with tons of detail. Visuals and aesthetics. I'm fairly certain this game won an award for its visuals and aesthetics, so I'm not going to dive deep into it, but it's beautiful in its own unique way. You get to see some pretty amazing things, and they do a great job of making you stop to take a breath and maybe even consider stepping on some grass, or in this case, snow, of your own sometime. The sound and music. The music's as you would expect for a game like this. It gives that Minecraft kind of feel, but the timing of it can feel a bit off at sometimes. I couldn't tell if I was about to die from a huge moose or walking into a trap, or possibly I found a secret treasure. It didn't feel attached to anything sometimes, which could be by design, but I didn't love that. As far as the sound goes, it might be the best game sound I've ever played. I love the sound of crunching snow. I think it's because we haven't had snow in the place that I live since the dawn of man, but all of the little things like the wind and the locker opening and you opening a container. It's just little things like that that make the sound really captivating. Technical performance. I had some strange issues with it perpetually popping up on the wrong monitor despite having the settings correct. Also had a couple crashes when I was tabbing in and out frequently, so be warned that that could happen to you as well. But other than that, it performs very well technically and has a good autosave feature. Innovation and originality. As far as innovation goes, I think when this game first released, it was among the few hardcore survival games with a really heavy story element put into it. In my head, I always imagined it as like the lo-fi version of a survival game because of the aesthetic and just the way it lulls you into a false sense of security with the beautiful environment and sound. The game is clearly original and takes a fresh look at a lot of survival elements that a lot of other games miss out on. Replayability and longevity. The survival aspect of this game is really the only portion with replayability, although that's tough in a way because things always spawn in the same spots, but the map is so huge that it would take you a substantially long time to get through all of it and even longer to memorize it. The story is a great experience, but it's a once and a done kind of thing until you forget it again. Rather than spoil the game and all of its elements, I just wanted to give my thoughts on it in hopes that you go try for yourself. I really enjoyed the game. I played it and it fits right alongside those hardcore survival games you love to hate. For me, it's a 8 out of 10 in my book. If you made it this far and you enjoyed yourself, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It feeds the algorithm and makes more people see my videos. I appreciate every one of you that watched this, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.